Sun's high, tide's right, we ain't slowing down. That have the same amount of plays right now, like 25,000 plays.
Who is one of the biggest artists you work with besides artists you have here?
Probably the most well-known would be like CeeLo.
Okay.
Like CeeLo Green.
That's pretty big.
Most people know.
That's a pretty big artist.
Yeah.
I'm A.
And I'm you, and we're here with
Noah Hunton.
So we're starting with 7 questions a day, and the first question will be, what made you start music?
What made me start music was I've been doing music for a long time, but grew up around music with my whole family. So started in church, and then kind of went from there.
Yes, sir. And can you let the people know what genre of music do you sing?
So I sing country music and a little bit of country, a little bit of country rock.
Okay,
So-
okay. The next question, what's your most popular song?
Ooh, my most popular song. Oh, geez, that's hard. I would say like streaming wise, it's called Legacy.
Okay.
And it's just like a motivational song, like talking about like nothing's gonna stop me from leaving my legacy on this earth with my music.
Okay, can you tell the people what platforms you can find this on?
Yeah, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Instagram, Facebook at Noah Hunton Music.
Sir. Okay, how long does it usually take you to make a song, your process and everything else?
Sometimes, man, we could write a song and get it done in, 30 minutes. Sometimes, other songs, like this song that we've been working on is probably about like 2 weeks in the process. So.
Okay. Perfection, you're trying to perfect
Yeah,
it, so-
exactly.
Yep.
all right. The next question: what other instruments are you good at, or what instruments do you mainly use when you do use instruments?
So I would say guitar, mostly acoustic. I don't really play too much electric. I can dabble on the drums a little bit and the keys a little bit.
Okay. And then for the next question, what's your favorite festival to attend, or favorite event in general?
I would have to say Sunfest down in West Palm Beach. That was about like 300,000 people. That was pretty sick.
I got another question, just going off the questions. What artists inspired you to make your music like inspirational?
Okay, yeah, so I would definitely say Randy Travis, Josh Turner,
Okay.
and then nowadays like Bailey Zimmerman, Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, okay.
Next question: what made you choose the name you chose? Well, in this case, it would be a real name. So
Yeah.
What was
But
the-
everyone always thinks it's a fake name, dude. Everyone's like, nah, that's too country.
Yeah.
I was like, no, that's my real name. So
Cool name. And, so you're around from Ocala?
yeah, originally from Ocala.
Okay.
Now I live in Gainesville.
Perfect.
So and then travel back and forth up to Nashville all the time. So
Okay. Nashville, that's the country.
yes, sir.
That's where the heart
That's where
at.
you need to be, man. Yes,
That's where the
sir.
heart at, for real.
All right, and for the last question, and what's your end of the year goal?
Ooh, end of the year goal. So definitely getting signed to a label. We're in the process of doing some big stuff right now that I can't really say too much about, but
Okay, you getting a sneak peek here.
yeah, a little sneak peek. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff. But definitely putting out another album this year for the end of the year, and then getting signed. So
Okay, that's good. Sounds like some big goals.
yes, sir.
I'm A.
And I'm you, and we're here with.
Jake Harper.
So the first question we're gonna ask you, what made you start music?
So when I was a kid, when I was like 4 or 5 years old, my parents got me a toy drum set, and so I started playing the drums all the time, just making beats and stuff like that. And then once I noticed I was somewhat good, they got me a teacher, and I started playing more instruments. I started playing like guitar and piano on my own. And then after I was like 12 or 13, been playing drums for a really long time. My teacher was kind of like, there's not really much else I can like show you, or So then I just started, I got a computer and started making all my own music.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite instrument to play?
Probably the drums. It's what I'm best at. It's like second nature, it's like kind of like riding a bike. it's cool starting an instrument that early because I don't even really have to think about it. Like
Yeah.
if it's just something I want to do, I can just play it. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember when we was in high school and everything, you used to have videos of you playing the drum. You used
Yeah.
to be super good. So,
I used to post videos of that all the time.
Yeah.
I posted videos when I was a kid, and then through like middle school and some in high
Mhm.
school. Yeah.
So, what's your most popular song? I know you have other music.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So my most popular, I have two that are like the same, that have the same amount of plays right now, like 25,000 plays. Those are pretty, doing pretty well in the EDM community.
okay.
And they're both remixes. One is a remix of a Juicy J song, and the other one is a remix of a YG song.
Okay.
And so it's where I basically recreate a beat over their vocals, but it's electronic music and it's bass music. So that's what I do whenever I'm not recording drums with Noah.
So, can you tell them what platform you can find that music on?
Yeah, you can find that on SoundCloud. You can find all my other music on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your songs. But the remixes like that have to be on just SoundCloud because they're, it's copyrighted music, so it has to be only on SoundCloud. Yeah.
Nice. How long does it usually take you to make a mix?
So to make say one song, like a remix, it could be like a couple weeks I'm working on it, or a week. It could be a few days if I'm just like locked in and I feel really good about it and the ideas are flowing well.
Okay.
But sometimes I might start something and then not pick it back up for a few months and then pick it back up and suddenly I have a bunch of new ideas for it. But yeah, I would say from like anywhere from a few days to, months.
A masterpiece don't start overnight. You gotta take
Yeah,
time.
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
What instruments are you good at playing? I already asked you this question. But, instruments besides drums or anything else? Are you good at keyboard? Any other instrument?
Yeah, so I play piano and guitar, and bass guitar, the best outside of the drums. I like those a lot. I'm just nowhere near as good as on the drum set, but I can play kind of a basic level of bass guitar and guitar, and then I'm pretty decent at the piano. I really like playing the piano a lot.
Does all that like correlate hand in hand, like playing like this different instruments? Does like it kind of relate, kind of? Or?
So it does some when it comes to musical theory. So like a chord on the piano is going to fundamentally be the same as a chord on the guitar, where you have different notes and you play them all at the same time. And that's what makes that chord. The drums are different though because it's all rhythm. You have your different drums that are going to make the different sounds, but they're so rhythm based. It's about being locked into the tempo of a song. And then if being a good drummer is staying locked in that tempo because all the other instruments depend on you to keep the tempo of the song, and you don't really have to worry about notes or chords or anything like that.
All right, so for the next question, what's your favorite festival to attend?
So my favorite festival is either Halloween or Lost Lands. Halloween is amazing because it's like a Florida festival. It feels like Florida. You're out in the woods, and it's by the Suwannee River, and it's so much fun. It's been going on for a long time, and it's very like hippie vibes. Like everybody's walking around, barefoot and like having a good time. And then Lost Lands is more of a headbanger festival. Like it's like pretty, it's like intense. It's like heavy electronic music. Everybody's having a great time. It's a lot bigger. There's dinosaurs, and it's very it's just a cool place to be. It's like a dubstep Disney World. Yeah.
So are these festivals a couple days, weeks? How long is it?
So Halloween, you could be there for a whole week. Like last year I was there from Sunday to Sunday. That was so much fun. Lost Lands you can get in as early as Tuesday, and then it's always the weekend. So it's like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Usually they're like 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But a lot of festivals you can get in early, like earlier in the week.
So it's no sleep.
Oh, it's no sleep. It's like 3 hours of sleep.
It's like a bender. You're just going straight.
It's a bender. It's such a fun bender. It's like a vacation, but you get no sleep and
it's worth it.
Yeah, you're just having so much fun. You don't want to go to sleep. Yeah. It's a good time. Yeah.
All right. So for the next question, what made you choose the name you have?
Yeah. So for my electronic music, I go by Dimension Zero, and even though I drum for Noah, that's my own project where I make the EDM music, and so I go by Dimension Zero. And what made me choose that name? So it's a lot of deep thinking on that. Basically, Dimension Zero, it's everything and nothing, but all at the same time. So I wanted my music to be like anything that I make. I'm not stuck in a genre. I can be like, you come to a Dimension Zero show and you'll get a little bit of everything all at once, all at one time, and it's crazy. And then afterwards, you're just like, what, what just happened? Like, that was crazy. Like, you'll hear all different kinds of electronic dance music in, 1 hour, where it'll be heavy. You'll hear some like funky, groovy house stuff. You'll hear, all kinds of different bass music. So yeah, I like that a lot.
I like that. Yeah, it seems like things like that, like even YouTubers, people that don't stick to one genre, they usually become the biggest.
And like, especially as an artist, like just making whatever I feel like is right, whatever I think is music that I want to be making. I don't try to like make music to be popular or to make music to like get traction in a certain genre. I just make what I think sounds good and worry about it later. Yeah.
That's usually any job too. People tell you to do what you like.
Yeah.
What is gonna get you big or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like that. All right. For the last question, what's the end of the year goal for you?
Yeah. So end of the year goal. At this point, I want to get 250,000 streams. By the end of the year, that'd be great. Just be 250,000 streams for the year would be great. Hopefully more. Hopefully like 300,000. I want to get on one festival lineup this year. I've already played some shows this year, but I want to get more in the books. I want to get between like 10 or 15 shows. I want to do about 250,000 streams and festival lineup, and then I also want to release probably. We're in March now, and my goal was to release about like 15 songs this year. I've already released a few. I want to release probably like 10 more songs before the year's over.
So if you don't mind me asking, how many streams are you at right now?
I think like almost 100,000, but my songs are doing so much better now recently. They're getting more plays than I've been getting like 5,000 or 7,000 plays a week. So my music's doing better right now than it ever has. So I'm reaching for, keep releasing music, keep releasing a good amount of music, and I think I could do 250,000 this year, as opposed to like right now sitting at like 100,000 or like a little over 100,000 total, because I've been doing it for a while.
I also have another question, like what social media platforms, like more like Instagram and TikTok, things like that, for like people to know your character and things like that, what do you post on more?
Yeah, so the best is Instagram. I post mostly everything that has to do with Dimension Zero on Instagram, some Facebook. I'm getting better about marketing myself. So I've been posting on TikTok recently, but mainly Instagram is the best. Instagram or Facebook will be where you can find out all my information, and SoundCloud is where you can find all the music. Nice. Just Dimension Zero, Dimension Zero Sounds.
Like that.
And socials.
TikTok. That's where people get the biggest off of stuff that they don't even expect to get big off of.
Yeah, 100%.
You getting seen like worldwide so fast as somebody swiping and boom, they see your music or see you, and then they. It's
crazy like what it's brought to the table, because that used to be YouTube, but then it's like, but now there's something that even faster than YouTube. It's like you could be have nothing. You can make one video on TikTok and be like instantly famous like a week later. It's insane. If you're one of those people that happens to, but it's so crazy.
Consistency. That's all we speak over here is consistency. If you're consistent and people keep seeing you, they're gonna eventually catch on to you. So,
for sure. And the algorithms and all that stuff is crazy now.
Find your niche and all that. It's crazy. So definitely.
Also, I have another question that has nothing to do with this. Do you play any sports, or have you played any sports?
Yeah, I have. I played football, basketball, baseball, and I played volleyball in high school. But growing up, I always played football and basketball the most. Yeah, and then in high school I played volleyball.
Do you do anything now, like on your free time do you?
Sports wise,
Yeah.
So I work out a lot.
Uh-huh.
I work out, like 5 times a week, 6 times a week, and then I try to play sports as much as I can. I'll go play basketball at the park, or if I have some friends and we decide to go out and do something, that I will.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So it's off the books too, but when we was high school, he used to throw the best parties. If you never been to his party, you missed out. He used to throw the biggest parties. It was lit.
Yeah, it was crazy. Definitely had a few where it was just like, what? Yeah, we're just going in. It was, just worry about it later kind of thing.
Definitely lit.
Yeah.
I think the last one I went to New Year's 2020 or something, but that was my last one.
It's crazy, man. Yeah, it was a good time.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But thank you. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, no
Yes,
problem.
sir. Nice.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Thank you guys.
Yes, I'm A,
And I'm you.
and we're here with
Mike.
Sir. So Mike, we're here in your studio. What made you want to come up with a studio?
Oh wow, great question. So I did studios in Los Angeles and did that for many years in Hollywood, California, and then eventually moved to the countryside, started a family, had kids and everything, and I just kind of left it behind because I figured it's time to grow up and have a real job.
Yeah.
And but it just kept being on the horizon for me. I love to play music, and I'm teaching my boys to play music. We're starting a family band, and we found this property. It had this huge building, so it was like, okay, there's room for it, And so we just decided let's see what's here. And there was a friend who was instrumental. His name's Danny Sherman.
Okay.
He's a hometown hero here, and he just he knew everybody, and he's like, man, there's business here. You can do it here. So he kind of gave me the push to pull it off.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And my question would probably be what else do you do outside of studio?
Oh, I never leave here. Well, I've got 3 boys and a wife, and we like going out in out in nature and doing stuff. Whether we're going biking or hiking or boating or whatever, paddleboarding, all kind of stuff. We like getting out there, and I have I'm a 3D design guy, so every once in a while somebody hires me to design a house or something like that.
I like stuff like that.
Yeah, he's good at all that stuff.
Digitally active stuff like that.
Yeah.
I do graphic design, things like that.
Nice man.
Yes, sir. My next question: who is one of the biggest artists you work with besides artists you have here?
Probably the most well-known would be CeeLo.
Okay.
CeeLo Green.
That's pretty
Most people
big.
know
That's a pretty big artist.
Yeah. He's well-known. The funny thing is so in Los Angeles, a lot of people are like, hi, I worked with so-and-so, my name's Mike.
Yes, sir.
It's like they try to lead with that. And for me, I've always enjoyed working with independents more. Not to say that I won't touch a major label project, but I like working with independents. I like people that are just like me, just normal.
Seems like it's more drama when there's a lot more people involved.
Yeah. Bigger people.
The labels can complicate things. There's all kinds of reasons why it gets complicated and politics in it. But I mean, when it comes to just getting together like this with a bunch of guys and making a record,
Yes,
I love it.
Yes, sir.
So
do you sing any or just
yeah,
on the keys a little bit?
yeah. I play bass, drums, guitar, and piano and sing. And
Okay.
just kind of. It wasn't like I learned them all at one time. It was over many years. Oh, that guy's not here. Can I do it? Kind of thing, and then it was oh, all right, and so picked up another instrument along the way, and I think by the time I was about 19, I was playing 4 instruments, but it didn't start off that way.
So are you from Ocala or where are you from?
I'm originally from Greensburg, Pennsylvania,
Okay.
and Greensburg is just a little town 30 miles east of Pittsburgh, and grew up there, and when I was 18 years old, I told my parents I was leaving. Well, they supported me, but they're like, "You want to go, don't you?" And I'm like, "I gotta try." So I moved to Hollywood, which is what a lot of people think is the right move. Just go where it is. If you're going to Nashville, if it's country or whatever, which is what I do a lot of now. But just go and try it. And I did, and I did that, and it was an important part of my growth in my life. But I'm happy to be in a small town.
Yes, sir. Ocala is home.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Ocala is home. That's right. We just actually wrote a song called "Florida is Home."
Yeah, he
with
told us
Noah
this.
Hunton.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
with Noah and the band and
Yes,
stuff, and it's just like it's a really good Florida
Mhm.
song, man. It's
Right.
got some like because a lot of people don't know that like Florida's country.
Yeah.
You know?
I tell everybody that
People don't.
I tell everybody that I was like, we're country. We got horses
Yeah.
and a lot of land. Like when
Yeah.
you come here, it's not gonna be no big city. I say only big
That's
city
right.
we got is downtown. It's not big at all.
That's right.
So I was like, it's definitely growing though from what it used to be, but
Oh yeah.
it's definitely country. You want to come ride horses, 4-wheelers,
Yeah.
go mudding, and that's this here where it's at because my family originally from Texas, so
Okay.
it's super country there also. So
Yeah.
I just went from country and country.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Most people think of Florida. They think Miami,
Yeah.
Fort Lauderdale, or like the beach, Tampa, whatever. And and this is a whole different vibe
Yes,
here.
sir.
But like even like seems like normal people like in Florida that aren't even like down south in like Miami and things like that. If you see someone up north and they come down here, they're like, you sound southern. Or like even if you
Yeah.
go somewhere else in the United States, it's like you sound southern. I was like, I don't hear it.
Yeah,
It rubs off on me, I'll tell you what.
That's why I say I used to live in Minnesota, and they tell me all the time, "You sound super country." I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like I think I sound normal, but I guess to other people that's not from Ocala or from my area, they're like, "No, you sound country." I'm like, "I guess." I don't hear it, but everybody else do.
I hear it.
Yes, sir.
I hear a little twang.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
It's good.
Yes, sir.
My question would probably be, when you were first starting, what was your like first click when you knew you could do something with this, or you knew you could be big?
Well, when I was 18, so I guess like the attitude in my family. I remember my dad told me when I first started wanted to do music for a living. He was like, "Get a job." He's like, "You're out of your mind." And I mean, he was probably right, But then I made a record at the local recording studio in Pennsylvania, and I took it home and played it for my dad, and it was like, to me, it was no different from what I've always been doing, but I just finally got the thoughts down like professionally, and he heard it, and to him, it was totally different. Like, he was like, "Whoa!" He's like, "I had no idea you can actually do this," and then all of a sudden, like, he was really supportive. My mom was supportive before him, and then they were both on board, and was like, "Okay." Now I was like, "Well, what am I gonna do?" And they're like, "Well, we'll pay like 6 month or year rent. Just go and get your feet on the ground." And so it was like, okay, like so it wasn't so much of like I can do this. It was so much like I have to do this. So I'm going there like I'm gonna jump in and just start calling people, start meeting people. Hey, do you want to do a record? Do you want to do a record? And I was producing stuff out of my apartment, and computers sucked back then. So we're talking 2000, the year 2000, like 1999 is when I got to Hollywood. So
the computers now it's like farther ahead. Like you could just hit one button and probably it took you 1,000 buttons back then. So
I was on dial-up. Like when I started, like it was.
So yeah, you're pretty good now because you had to start from something that was way more technical probably back then. So now it's probably way more easier for you.
The technology is fantastic. It definitely helps to kind of have limitations. When you have like even if you have no limitations, if you have like all the modern software and stuff, it's best like when on a project limit yourself to something.
Yes, sir.
That way, it helps you develop. Well, it just helps you develop like the creative part of it.
Yes,
because if you have too many options, you don't make a decision. And back then it was like, okay, there's no choice. I've got 4 tracks I can make work. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it limited you, and you got things done. So definitely learn how to get it done with less. And then when you have something like a place like this, it makes you get that much more out of it.
Yes, sir. So this is my last question for you.
Sure.
What's your end of the year goal?
End of the year goal? I don't have one.
Okay.
I have goals. I guess I've learned not to put time limits on things. Sometimes I'll be like, if this isn't ready by August, I'm gonna let it go or whatever. But I just don't put time limits on a lot of the big goals now because they just always take longer than you think it's gonna take.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
And so I pray about it. I just. I just wait for an answer. I put my all in there and hope it comes out, and sometimes it does, and usually don't.
Yes, sir. You got any more questions for him?
No, I'm good.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
Nice
My
meeting you,
pleasure,
yes, sir.
All right, guys.
All right, boys. Let's get ready for today. Boats in the water, we're burning up the day. Cooler full of trouble, yeah, that's a fact. Got a case of Uncle Don's ice down in the back. Sun's high, tide's right, we ain't slowing down. Motors humming, speakers thumping, hell yeah, we're golf bound. And the American Golf Boys, boots on the deck, lines in the water, cold beer in our breath. Sun's burning orange, waves rolling fast.
All right.
Hometown where I was born and raised, where I spend most of my days, cruising town to town in my Chevrolet. Hometown, hometown. Mom and Dad taught me right from wrong, how to get up, just move on. Hometown of California, slow down. Get a little wild, get a little crazy. Me and my blue jean wearing lace.
Like that.
I like that. Like
Hey,
that.
thanks, man. Thank you guys.
Pretty good.
Appreciate it. Yes,
You definitely got the voice to be famous.
Thanks, dude.
Definitely.
Heck yeah, I appreciate you guys having us out here.
I
dude.
definitely see you on the rise. So
Yeah, that was
appreciate
good. That was
yes,
good.
sir. But thank you so much.
Yeah,
And
dude.
this is your studio or just
Yeah, so it's a recording ranch.
okay?
So it's owned by the engineer in there, Mr.
Okay.
Mike.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Mike. Yeah, dude. He's from LA. He's been doing it for quite a while. He's done like Nickelodeon stars,
Okay.
Kevin Hart,
Oh,
like a whole bunch of
that's
big
lit.
names.
Yeah,
so.
that's lit. That's lit. Yeah,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
You're definitely on your way. Keep going out. You definitely got the voice, the talent. How old are you?
26.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
a year older than me, so yeah, I definitely see it.
Are you guys still in high school?
No, I'm 25.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
he's in high school.
I heard someone say high school, and I was
these
like,
two-
who's in
yeah,
high
these- yeah,
school?
He's still in high school. He's still in high school.
Yeah.
I graduated 2018. So,
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, what school do you guys go to?
I go to Forest. He goes to Forest too.
Okay, hell yeah.
What
We got Forest.
Okay.